found this out in the woods down by Stearns Pond. This is one half of a log carrier. It was a horse-drawn log carrier. It's well over 100 years old. The other half is very similar, and they are attached together, as you can see from some of the pictures. And I was out walking with a neighbor, and all I could see was a little bit of the iron sticking out of the ground. So we dug it all out, and he had no idea what it was. I told him what it was, and I have the other half back at my house that I'm going to redo with all new oak and polish up all the metal and everything. And when I get that one done, then I'll tackle this one, and then I'll give it back to the Historic Society. But Stearns Pond, years ago, was called Forest Pond. There was a sawmill at the end of Stearns Pond on Trull Brook. So I think that's what it was used. They were hauling logs and floating them down Stearns Pond to the sawmill. And when they got done, they must have just left them out in the woods. So it was a pretty neat find. This was an ice scorer. You would run it along the ice to score a mark where you were going to cut it. And then on the other side of the bench there is the saw that they would use to cut the ice out. Once you got a hole down through the ice, then you would use this to. It was a workout. I think they had to keep switching off. This is the original schoolhouse for the town. So, and you can go in and take a look at that. And we were redoing that. We're in the process of redoing that. When we do, we can take the stuff that's in here and showcase it in there. This was the original blacksmith shop, which was actually about a half a mile from here. And it was moved up here 10 or 12 years ago.
I did this myself, a lot of it. I'll tell you a brief story. The town gave it to the Historical Society 10 years ago. 5 years ago, I noticed nothing was happening. I said, what's happening? Well, it's full of asbestos. I said, well, let's go to the town and ask if they'll fund us removing that. And they did. All we had to do was ask. They said, what took so long? So we tore off an old wooden kitchen that was on the back here. And I tore all the walls out, the ceiling out, the men's room, ladies' room. Furnace room is right where we're standing. This is the original chair rail when it got painted the first time green. Then in the 50s it got painted red. The town had it as their town office, and they put in a vault right here made out of concrete. So I've just enclosed it with wood, and I've recreated a chair rail out of my dump fine woods from Lovell. So that'll be painted red as well. The windows are all original. We took the frames to Westbrook and had them professionally dipped. They came back with not a speck of paint on them. We put them back in. So this was built in 1827. And this weekend is Sweden Day. So this is the 4th day of Sweden Days. Yesterday I had senior citizens here who were students. When they were kids, they went to school here. To top that, the oldest couple in Sweden showed up. Didn't they end up being those kids' parents? They went to school here too. So they all told me stories that is not written down, that we've never heard before. About the dinosaur rock that's out back, because that's what the kids called it. It was a place for recess for the kids. How hot it was, they couldn't stay awake because the stove made the room so hot. And when you started primary school, you started in this corner. And the kids get older as you went around the room. I threw a museum together quickly on this wall so my board of directors could see what it would be like when we unpack everything that's in the blacksmith shop. To get the maps out, to get the black and white photos out. And since I've been in here working, I hear a knock, knock, knock on the door every day from older people that say, can you come up to the farm? We've got stuff we want to donate. And I have to say, we're not ready yet. But you don't want to miss that opportunity either. So the blacksmith shop is right there. We had that moved 10 years ago. And that's what it used to look like when it was down on Hardscrabble Road. All this is gone now. You can see the hills. That's a cloudy day, but it was all mountains. You could see Kai's Pond, you could see the mountain Sabatis in the background. In the winter, when I'm working, I see it all. So Dad was from here, so I feel like my roots are here. Whenever I'm doing research and I stumble over names, those were Dad's grandfather's friends. All those crazy stories were real?
I was trying to find something to wear. I got 29. Okay, well, yeah. Well, you got 2 more for me. I did.